James was born in Belvoir, Virginia to military parents. At the age of 4, his father received new orders that he was to be stationed in Fort Knox. So, his family packed up and moved to Louisville, Kentucky, where James still lives to this day. James grew up in an athletic family, playing baseball and football all through grade school and high school. He was, however, always a performer and known for being a class clown. He went on to receive his bachelor's degree in art from the University of Louisville, but he always felt the need to entertain people. After answering an ad to be an extra in a local independent film, he was hooked. He took classes, attended workshops, and studied under acting instructor Vin Morreale. He then felt ready to begin hitting the audition trail. At first, James received only small parts before working his way up to supporting and then eventually into lead roles. He has since worked with some of the top directors in independent film. James's martial arts background has helped him land several action roles, but it's the acting in general that he loves. Whether it be comedy, drama, or action, he's always looking to further his acting career. Hi everyone, and thanks for joining us for this episode of Actor Spotlight. I'm Sonia Delormier, and our guest today is none other than the James Tackett. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, yes, thanks for having me.
Well, I want to go ahead and just jump right into it.
Sure.
First of all, how long have you been acting, and how did you get involved in the industry?
Probably maybe about 7 years, I guess. I got started, and it was kind of a weird thing. There was an article, local newspaper there in Louisville. They needed extras for an independent film they were shooting. They were shutting down a block downtown. Needed a lot of people, and I thought, I've always been kind of a sort of a performer, so I went and I was a zombie in Mark Poole's Dead Moon Rising. I don't know if you may have heard of that, shot a long time ago.
I've heard of it, yeah.
And
yeah,
so, I got to run around the streets and attack people, jump on them, eat them up. And just being on set and feeling the, what it is, the energy, the electricity. I thought, man, this is for me. I'm going to do this. And so I started going on acting classes, doing that, taking workshops, and started doing, going on auditions, getting small roles, bigger roles, slowly progressing up, and then, that's how it started.
Well, it sounds like you kind of jumped into a pretty, really bad pun, meaty role from the get-go.
Right,
you weren't just somebody in the background at a restaurant or anything.
Yeah.
You kind of went for
sticky
it.
blood and guts everywhere. That's fun.
There you go.
That's
there
fun.
you go.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, definitely a way to start.
Right.
Well, after getting your start, after having progressed into the bigger and bigger roles, into the lead roles, how many films would you say that you've performed in over?
Counting shorts and features, I think I have like 37 listed on IMDb. It's probably closer to 40.
Mm-hmm.
So right around in there. It's a good number again.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, of those, you have a pretty big library to select from. What was your favorite role?
Favorite role? Maybe there was a character I did once, the Nighthawk, Tony Ridge. It was for a film called Rochambeau. It was about the competitive sport of rock, paper, scissors.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very competitive.
Very, very much so. It's actually been on ESPN, really. In real life, it has.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. It's some people take it serious. There's prize money involved and everything. So it was shot faux documentary style. And the director, David Brewer, Square 8 Productions, kind of gave me a lot of leeway as far as what to do with the character.
Uh-huh.
So there was a lot of improv, and he was a quirky character anyway, this guy,
Gotcha.
Tony Ridge. And so I took it and ran with it.
A lot of freedom with it.
And it was, there were some moments. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of
fun.
With
no guidelines, I'm sure there was.
And there was a lot of times David would just shake his head, okay. But I had a lot of fun with it.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that having been your favorite, what's been your most challenging or hardest character to really capture the essence of the character?
That's a good question. I did a short film. This was years back, and dealt with alcoholism, and how it not only how it affected the character, but how it affected the people around them.
Right.
And it was some kind of hard. You had to go to a dark place.
Absolutely.
So it was, and it's like you would go there and do a scene, then you'd have to come back out. Then you go back there again, and sometimes it was kind of hard, but.
Did you find it to be pretty satisfying once you were done?
I did.
Good,
Mm-hmm.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
But
I'm glad. It's
it's not to be James Tackett just reading lines. You have to be the character doing it. So, yeah.
All right. Well, when it comes to achievements in acting, have you had anything that you're particularly proud of, or roles that you might particularly be?
I guess I don't know if there's really one role that I'm really more proud of than the others. I guess maybe just my body of work in general. I'm proud of how from day one, how I've progressed up till today. And yeah, I'd say I'm more proud of that, really.
All right. Well, to go to the completely opposite end of the spectrum, are there any films, anything that you've ever done that you wish you could just erase from people's memories and burn all of the copies of?
Oh my. Well, where should we start? No, kidding. I'm kidding. Yes, and to not go there. Yes. There, I think as
quiet. That's fine.
Anyone, any actor, I guess. Sometimes you take roles that you're taking them just to get out there and to hone your craft, and you look back on it and say, "Wow, why did I do that?" And,
right.
And so, to answer your question, yes.
Okay, I understand. Not wanting to name any names.
Right.
Classy guy right here.
Did you hear
that? When it comes to your film work and acting and performing, do you find that you draw on your own life experiences a lot to get that character right?
I would think you have to a certain extent, just to be able to. I mean, when you have to convey emotions in a scene, you have to know what that feels like. Love, anger, remorse. I mean, you have to know what that is to be able to look at the camera and convey that to an audience.
Absolutely.
So you have to draw on your own experiences to a certain extent, I think.
Well, when it comes to real life experiences, do you ever find yourself acting not in front of the camera, but just kind of in an everyday, day-to-day situation?
I think we all do, at some point. If you're pulled over, and the policeman walks up, and you say, "Officer, I didn't know I was speeding. Oh my goodness."
Is that your?
That's how I do it. That's exactly how I do it.
Does it work?
Every time. I don't know. Every time.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't?
But everyone does that, I think.
Okay, we were talking about how you draw from your own life experiences and how you make that, a way to convey your character.
Right.
When you have to do a scene where you're angry, is there a certain, maybe one thing you think about, or many things, or do you just draw on, again, just personal?
I don't really draw on anything from my past, because if I'm portraying a character, how I would react would probably be different from how this character would react. So if I'm in a scene and I don't really like to think, if that was me, I would yell, or I would hit the table, or I would, because you have to be in character. What I would do wouldn't be what my character would do, maybe.
Right.
So I try not to do that if I'm in a scene. I try to just concentrate this character you know, his backstory. What would he do? How would he react to this? Which is probably totally different from what I would do.
Right. I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
Right.
their experiences might
Mm-hmm.
make them react differently than you would. So.
Right. Because I'm a yeller and I throw things and I would just smash everything and so.
Well, we all do that. I mean, that's how you get things done, right?
Well, that's how you showed up, wasn't it? You came in,
threw my bag
busted the
down,
door.
said,
Yeah.
"Let's do this."
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scared me.
All right. Now I know that you, as an actor, a lot of people look up to you. Is there anybody that you look up to, or do you have a favorite actor or actress?
I guess I'm kind of old school. I really like Marlon Brando. I really like to watch.
Yeah.
I would very intense, acts with his eyes.
Well,
really
he created
like
classic characters.
Oh, yeah. On the waterfront. Oh my gosh.
No.
One of my favorites. Love Marlon Brando. I think actress. I think I like Meryl Streep. She's very versatile. Can play a wide spectrum.
Absolutely.
Loved her in French Lieutenant's Woman.
Mm-hmm.
Thought she did a great job in that. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of old school.
But that's okay. Like I said, they are the ones that kind of
Right.
made people like you and I want to get
That's
into
right.
it.
That's
So, well, when it comes to your favorite actor, favorite movies, even, is there any film that if there were to be a remake of it that you would want to be in?
Sure. Robert Redford in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
No, that would be fun.
Awesome. How awesome would that be? Huh?
Just the wardrobe alone.
Great.
I mean,
you could be
get
at
that.
a place. You could be at a place.
Could I?
Let's do that.
I mean, I won't
So,
do it.
anyone want to? We're up for it.
Well, right now, remake maybe in the future.
Okay.
But right now, are you currently working on any projects?
I am. Great question. I like that. I just wrapped a film, Loss Prevention, action comedy from Thoughtfly Studios.
Uh-huh.
Brian Cunningham, Matt Neoff, Nick Brown, and really great film. A lot of great people. WWE legend Al Snow
Right.
is in it. Vernon Wells, of course, from Road Warrior, Commando. John Wells, Sabrina Scott, Katie Saunders. Abisha Yule, Lauren Albert. A lot of great people.
A lot of big names in Kentucky
And that was
film.
That was a blast to do. A lot of fun.
Bet.
And I'm currently doing United We Fall. It's an action drama type film. Community Films, John Higgins. And we're very close to wrapping that. That's Alan Hogan, Travis Huber, Sylvia Wolf-Bush, Luke Hessman, Megan Mooney. A lot of good people in that one too. A lot of actions, got car chases, gunfights, romance.
So big.
A little bit of everything. That's a lot of fun.
Good. Some good for, something for everybody in the family in that one film.
Yes, and a hot tub scene with me, so.
That alone, draw people in. No doubt. Okay, so it sounds like you have a lot of projects going on right now.
It's good to be busy.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So with those projects and then past projects, of all of the directors that you've worked with, is there maybe any one or two really important lessons that you've learned for them that has helped you?
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
When it starts with the laugh, it's going to be a good answer.
Patience.
Gotcha.
Patience.
Those multiple takes at different angles.
And I think just generally how to take direction, which you might think that's kind of silly, but a lot of times when you read a script and you're going over your character in your head and what's going on, you might get your own perception of how this scene's going to play out,
Absolutely.
what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go, how I'm going to say it, what inflection. And then you're walking through, and the director says, "No, don't do this. Do it like this." You think, that's not how I thought of it. But okay, and 9 times out of 10, after you see the finished product, you're like, "Oh shit, he did have that right."
That was a good idea.
Yeah. Hey, that's why you're the director.
Awesome.
But, yeah.
Well, as an actor, do you prefer to have lead roles, or are you more of a supporting role kind of guy, or do you have a preference?
Yeah, it doesn't really doesn't really matter to me. If I like the script, I like the story, or the message it's conveying, or if I just like a certain character in it that I think, wow, I really want to play with this. I want to be this character. I want to play with this character and see what I can do with that. Then it doesn't matter if it's lead, supporting. You get 20 pages of dialogue. You have 2 pages of dialogue. If I really want to portray this character, then I'm fine with it. A lot of people get caught up in the lead. I have to be the lead.
Right.
But,
most screen time.
Right.
Rather
Hey, you're standing in my way. Stop.
Right.
But no, I don't. It's whatever. It's really whatever interests me. Really. So I'm not caught up in anything.
Well, it sounds like you really have, a love for the craft rather than, the attention and, like I said, the screen time.
Well, being an indie film, I think you have to do it because you love it. You're not doing it for the paycheck.
Right. Well,
my check hasn't cleared, by the way, guys.
Better get on that.
Yeah.
He'll cut this
That's
short
Stop.
real quick.
Stop.
Well, as an actor, do you have any goals that you'd like to see yourself accomplish?
I think really just to get better with each performance. To really hone my craft. And I guess that would. The red carpet and signing autographs is neat, but mostly just to every time I work on a film to be able to say, I'm really proud of that. Proud of what I did on that. So,
yeah. Well, with everything that you've done, have you ever, with your range, again, with all of your characters, all of your films, a lot of range, has anybody ever compared you to any other actor?
Not that I know of, or not that anyone has told. Pee Wee Herman, maybe. I guess I don't know.
I could see maybe how that.
Yeah.
Get the bike with the lion's head on it.
Story of a boy and his bike.
Exactly.
But no, no one's ever really said anything to me like that.
Gotcha.
Which maybe is a good thing. I'm my own man, right?
I don't know if you'd like it if they popped off with, yeah, you're like Pee Wee Herman.
Oh.
Not the actor, but the character.
Right.
Have you ever done any theater acting, or has it always been just film?
I prefer film over the stage. I know a lot of people that are the exact opposite.
Yeah.
But to me, the theater, you have to be. Everything has to be more exaggerated. Your movements, because the guy in the back row has to see and hear you just the same as the guy in the front row.
Right.
So you really have to project yourself.
Every eyebrow raise.
Right. And on film you could be more subtle. You could even whisper, or you could just do something with your eyes. And I prefer that. And in theater you get that immediate response, of course, which is good, laughter or awe or the applause. But
yeah.
And you sort of in film you don't get that, but I really prefer the subtle nuances of film work, I guess.
Right. Right. Well, we've talked about your acting career and your characters and what you prefer and this and that, but James Tackett, the person. When you're not acting or entertaining, what do you like to do in your spare time? Other than acting.
I like to spend time with my family. I guess my wife, Laurie, my daughters, Rachel and Danielle. Just like to do family things. I like to read, and I train in martial arts, and that
awesome.
That's a pretty full day.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, with everything that you've done and everything that you've learned through everything you've done, is there any advice that you would give an aspiring actor like myself?
Don't do it. No, I'm just kidding. Work on your craft. Hone your skills. Time in front of the camera is good time. If you're not into a certain genre, say you're not into comedy or horror films, go to that audition. Try to get in that film. There's no substitute for being in front of the camera, being on a film set, being on location. It's how you learn things. It's how you get comfortable in front of a camera. Working with other actors. It's not like reciting a script. You have to play off of each other.
Right.
And a lot of times, the course can change as you're in a scene. How you give and take, how you do that. So, yeah, go ahead, go on that audition. Go on as many auditions as you want. Get out there, do it, and I don't know, have fun.
Just kind of jump in both feet. Just do whatever you can to get the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I know I will remember that, so hopefully other aspiring actors will remember that too. But, all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
So a lot of lessons learned from you.
There will be a test when we're done here, so remember that.
Okay. Well, I might jot down some notes really quick.
Okay, too late.
So.
Sorry.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Actors Spotlight. If you'd like to see more episodes, please subscribe to the Writing Corpse Productions YouTube channel. I'm your host, Sonia Delormier. Until next time.